Hello!
Howdy, howdy.
Welcome back to A Sense of Directions. I'm Dylan,
I'm Kevin.
and today we are going to be talking about resumes. Why are they still important? Why do they still matter? But before we dive in, how's your week, dude?
My week is pretty good, honestly.
Yeah.
I ate a lot of tacos. I'm working on the
Nice.
south side, so there's this taco spot that I always go to. So I've been chowing down some tacos, just working away,
Nice.
you know.
Is
What
it
about you?
is it like steak tacos, chicken?
It's
You switch it up,
I go for
shrimp.
al pastor, which is spicy
Ooh.
pork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my friend's favorite. Um,
What about you?
My week's been pretty good. We have a lot going on at the office. Got some exciting things on the horizon here at Turtlesmith. And I also am like pretty at peace. I know earlier you guys got to see a little behind the scenes, but like for the most part, I really am like 100% like feeling good in myself.
Yeah.
You know,
A
like I
cigarette will
feel
do
like I
that. A
know.
cigarette will do that for you.
You can't say that. No one knows that.
Did I say cigarette? I meant meditation practice.
Journaling.
Yeah.
Because my family does watch this, but it's okay. But yeah. Anyways, hey
Just threw you
guys.
under the bus.
Let's get into why they matter. Because I feel like in today's digital age, we're kind of like, does it really matter if we have them? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there's just AI systems receiving them anyways. Like, why?
I will say it does depend on the job you're looking for.
Oh, absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
I've had a lot of jobs where like the resume was just the one Indeed created for me after
Yeah.
I filled in all my, and they just kind of looked at it and like, oh, so you
I'm
like
like,
work
okay.
here. A lot of it was just more like labor. So they're like, can you lift this shit up? And I'm like, yeah, I can lift this shit up. All right, get in here.
Nice.
But yeah, it depends, I think, you know.
Oh yeah, specifically on like fields and
Yeah.
things, and then also like if you're doing something that needs to show that you've been doing the work or like that you have a certain skill set, like there are different ways than just a sheet of paper that lists it, you know? And we'll get into those about like portfolios and websites and other things that you can do for that. But today, the classic OG sheet of paper that helps you get work, hopefully gets you employed.
Yes.
So I read this from one of the articles that I did research on, and it says, think of your resume like your digital handshake, because most of the
that's pretty
time you're giving, like, this is the fact sheet before anything,
I was
right?
kind of thinking of like a dating profile. That probably just shows you where my head's at, I guess.
Well, I mean, that's also a good version to look at it. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
in a way, like, the employee and the employer, that is a relationship,
Yeah.
you know? I mean, and you spend, I can't remember what that quote is,
A
but
big
it's
portion of
it's
your
a
life.
big portion of your life that you spend at your job. I mean, Monday through Friday,
Yeah.
normally 9 to 5. So you should go into your interviews, which we'll talk about at our next episode, of having an understanding of like confidence in yourself that you are an employee that is worth hiring because of your individual skill set. Like no one can do the job like you can do that job, because everyone is sparkly and different in their
Yeah.
own ways.
Whenever you said employee, I was thinking about that meme of that lady when she was like, "You are an elite employee."
Yes.
You said it in the same cadence too, so I just started giggling. But okay. So, do's and don'ts on resumes.
Yeah.
What are some good practices? I would say not making it like an eyesore, I think would be a good way. you know?
Yeah. Even if you're not traditionally creative,
Yeah.
like your resume should have like a little bit of personality,
Yeah.
just a small amount, you know, like pick maybe 2 colors or something. You don't want to go crazy. You don't want to have a bunch of, maybe you're a graphic designer and you do want to like show that you can like create characters
Yeah,
or
like the
images or
squiggly
whatever.
line.
Yeah, but save that for your portfolio. You don't really need that for the resume, because the resume is basically like how I have operated in the workforce up until this point, and how will I work in your workforce.
Like, are we gonna mingle well?
Yeah. So it basically summarizes you all in one place. And then it shows that you are serious. So I found, not that I have done this in the past, maybe I should have. However, this last job that I got, I feel like we were good. They liked my resume. I did good in the interviews, and it was all good. But the most common mistakes for like making a resume is not detailing it to the job listing that you're applying to. You should always go to the job listing that you're applying for and just really kind of like read a few times, see if there's any words that are jumping out. Is it data analytics? Is it communication? Is it social media nowadays? Like, is it digital content creating? Like, if they're using specific words, and sorry, I'm only in the like marketing, advertising, social media scape. If you're an engineer, I'm sure there's lots bigger words that they'll probably say. But for the most part, is like across the board, is each job listing will say like, a focus words or keywords. And so if you just pay attention to those words and figure out how you can implement those words into your page,
you definitely stand out.
Yeah. And that helps with the applicant tracking system, which is about what almost all companies use now.
Because they go through like Indeed, they go through these like hiring
like
platforms.
Hosting web platform. Yeah.
So like Indeed, what's another one? That's the only one I can think of. Shit.
I feel like there's like a monster one. Is it? No, is that too old?
I will say I want to give a shout out to Indeed just because your marketing is really good, because I can't think of another company to get a job other than Indeed. But yeah,
I don't know.
Angie's List? What is that? Oh no, that's when you're hiring people.
Yeah, like you want a contractor.
But anyways, what I'm trying to say is, you're going through a bot. You're going through a little digital tunnel, and if you use these words, then the like Wall-E is gonna be like, oh wow, like I'll put you over here, and then
okay, this one's good. It said these words. Oh, this one said no words.
Human bet.
Because I found out, I didn't know if you knew this or if we've already said it, but
I know everything.
Nice. Nearly 75% of all resumes do not see a human eye, which is a little insane, but it's also kind of like, well, that's kind of on track with where we are today. But like, so that's why it's important to kind of play the system that you have to. I mean, like, if you want to stand out and you know that it goes through these tracking systems, and an easy tip is to just go through and do the keywords, or tailor it to make sure that it has similar verbiage of what the listing is, then you're more likely to like.
It's like a puzzle piece. Like, you just fit that little puzzle piece, and then you're
or like one of those dials, like
when you're talking about playing a system, I'm thinking about that Spy Kids scene whenever like he's like trying to break into something, and he has this little like follicle, and he just like zooms in.
Man, Spy Kids had really cool gadgets, I feel like. And I feel like that it makes me today be like, do we have cool gadgets like that? Is that for real? Are there lipstick little dynamite sticks or something that like the CIA uses? I don't know. Maybe media is really like the spy genre in general is like crazy.
That's what I'm thinking about. Like, you're just on a computer, then like you're filling out your resume, and then like you send it, and you're just like, I'm in. I'm in.
Hack the system.
But
yeah, anyways. Some other common mistakes are gonna be
typos,
grammar. Maybe you choose the wrong font, unfortunately. If it's a hard to read font.
I always use the Avatar font for all my resumes.
Like Avatar.
Avatar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Big splash. So there are some apps that can help you if you feel like you want to double check and see if it could work out. There's obviously several free grammar checkers. It's honestly just copy and paste it. Make sure. We have typos here all the time, and
I will say like typos is probably the least of your worries. The most important thing is like what you said, tailoring, kind of making yourself look good without lying.
Yeah.
You know, so that whenever you are the 25% that meets a human eye, they're like, oh, like this guy's a good candidate. Let's see if he's available. You know.
Yeah. I hate that I say sometimes. Okay. But I feel like this is pretty good if we wanted to kind of go into like how we could make it better with
The resume?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some tips and tricks.
Yeah. What, you wanna go ahead? All right. What should a resume have? Obviously, should have your contact information, your name. If you don't already have a professional email, go ahead and make it. You can make them on Gmail for free. It doesn't cost anything. Make one that is professional, not my skateboarder 6969.
I have a very funny story. Because I was thinking to myself, like, oh, I don't have a professional one. But my unprofessional one is just my name. Like, it's nothing dumb. And I had a coworker who was, like, trying to get into his Ancestry account. And he was talking on the phone with this chick. And she was like, okay, so all I need is just your email. And he was like, I think his name was, like, I will not die 14. And he said it out loud. And I was just, like, driving. I was, like, trying so hard not to laugh. And he was like, dude, shut up, dude. I made that when I was 14. I was like, change it, bro. Like, what are you doing? But anyways, that's just what I had to think about.
But yes, no, exactly. And like some people are just like, well, that's the email I've been using for years, so why not? It's worth it. It's just worth it.
Yes.
Okay?
Dude, like, should... please hire me at gmail.com.
Please hire me. Well then, skills. Certifications, awards, and then if you've done projects, leadership, freelancing, other things like that, it's worth noting, or like figuring out a good way to put that. Something that we talked about was like, try to keep it in the range of like the last 3 to 5 years, and anything after 5 years is kind of like, unless it was very important to your like skill development or whatever. Maybe that was your first big project or something. It's okay to just kind of keep it to the most recent work.
I don't put relevance. That I worked at McDonald's or like Pi 5 whenever I was a teenager.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I was a crew member, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Crew member at AMC, baby.
And I did tell this story, I think one of the first episodes. The first time I applied for McDonald's, I failed the, what is it? It's like a test that you take before to even get an interview. And like, I failed the fucking bot. I failed the bot at McDonald's. Was
it like a personality test or like?
It was like, what would you do in this situation? I think I was thinking too much. I was trying to be such a good worker that I was like, oh, this is. I think they caught my bluff. So like, dude, you're 16, you're not doing this. But yeah, I failed.
But then you got the job.
And then I got back up on my feet and I went into that McDonald's and I made that my McDonald's.
Yeah.
Yep.
So good resumes are easy to read. They are the applicant tracking system friendly, and then they are error-free and focused on the job seeker's relevant skills and experiences. So I think those 3 bullet points are most important.
Yeah.
Keep it fresh, keep it recent, and then keep it concise to the job that you're applying for. Because maybe you have worked several jobs, like, you know, but now you want to switch fields or lanes or whatever. Like, you actually had a good story about you kind of wanted to shift.
Yeah, at the job I currently had, so I was working, I'm not going to name any names, but I had like a leadership role at another company. And so they mostly focused on the skills that I had mentioned in there because they were looking for just like entry level dude. But then they saw that like I did photography. I put that in there because I mean every business news photography.
Yeah.
Put that I was like a trainer, manager. Put that I can handle tasks, and like you can trust me with responsibility, and that's kind of what they like focused on. They didn't really talk much about like, so tell me about the time when you worked at McDonald's. Like they didn't give a shit about that. So yeah.
Because they want to know, like, how can you serve us? Like,
Yeah. And it was in the first slide that we didn't mention it, but there's like a difference between soft and hard skills,
Yes.
So you really want to try to let your resume reflect that, because that's what employers look for. Like, you can look good on paper, but like if you're not a good coworker, like you're not good for the company.
Yeah.
So that's something to keep in
And
mind.
also think about that when we talk about interviews at the next episode. It's just like, yes, you might need the job right now because you have to pay bills and you want to make sure that you can feed yourself or pay for your dog. I don't know. Whatever it may be, it's still going to be a big portion of your life. So you should go into like wanting to find work in the mindset of that you both, like, it's a mutual decision, right? How can I benefit there and they benefit me? One of the biggest things that I really enjoy about working at Turtlesmith is that I feel like I'm learning so much about a lot of things that I think will help me like later in my life and like kind of set up. Like, I mean, now I've thought more than ever of like, okay, well, if I were to start my own business, like, what would I do? And now I know, like, it's not as hard. I mean, yes, it is hard, but like, it's really not as hard as it seems when you are just like, well, I'll never do that, or,
I mean, that's kind of what pushed me to get a new job, was like, I realized like, oh, like, I don't like this anymore.
No.
So I'm gonna do something else because I can.
Yeah. Did we already go over bad resumes? Or I feel like we've been kind of touching on them.
I feel like we were talking so much about what to do that just don't do the opposite of that. And I think that kind of covers it.
Yeah. And then just kind of. Sorry.
I feel like easy to read is the most important one. It's like stick to the point. Let people know that you're a good like candidate. You're
Because at the end of the day, you're a human talking to another human. Like, once you get like through the resume stuff, that is basically where you're headed. So yes, we kind of have to format the resume a little bit for the robot that's gonna filter
that's
through.
gonna determine your fate.
But at the end of the day, there's still going to be an actual human that will read and invite you to the interview. Yeah. So just keep in mind, fresh, light, show a little bit of personality. You don't have to overshare. And then think about how you want to be perceived in that next professional environment. Yeah. It kind of like put yourself in the shoes as if you already have that job in a way, which I know, like, it's like, what? Like, what a weird, whatever. I know, it might sound crazy, but just do it.
Asking me to use my imagination, man? Come on.
Hey. We all need to, honestly. I feel
imagination.
Yes.
But
okay.
I think that's good on resume. You want to talk about cover letters?
Yes, because I have always been just a little confused about cover letters. I'm kind of like, why does that matter?
Cover letters kind of sound like a little love letter that you send into them. Like a little tease.
Like you're twirling your hair.
Like, hey, just thinking about you.
Just so you know, like, I actually am really good at this job. Like, and like, your company's really cool.
I'm so excited to see you. Whenever I do see you. And I'm just thinking about you. Yeah. That's all.
So I will say cover letters will set you over the edge if you're kind of looking for something maybe not like a long-term, basic level. Yeah. Like what are those called?
Entry level?
Entry level jobs. Yeah. And maybe they will if you're doing an interview or you know that the position has a lot of applicants or whatever. It might be good to set in a cover letter because it does kind of set you apart. And it shows that you took time to like basically write a special letter to that company because it should be focused. Cover letters should not be copy and pasted. And yes, you can do that with your resume, even though you should specify each resume that you send out to the job that you're actually applying for. Yeah. But cover letters, definitely, you have to tailor it to that company. You have to be kind of like, why are you applying? What do you bring to the table? And then kind of give them a little bit of like, I can't wait to meet you, or I look forward to speaking with you. Just kind of make it like an extra, it's almost like sending a thank you card.
Dude, it feels,
without
to me,
sending
it
the
feels
thank
like
you
a
card.
cover letter is like what you write when you like when you really want to work for like a company or a place. Like that's, you know, that's it'll make you stand out. But it's like when I think about cover letters, I'm thinking about like a lawyer trying to work at a firm, or like a
Yeah.
nurse trying to travel to another hospital, or doctors, or like those type of professions where you're eager to work for this place, person, or whatever, and it just kind of it does like you do stand out, because then you have to think about like there's other people, even probably better than you, but like that cover letter is just like
Yeah, because if
little stamp.
okay, let's go. There's 3 applicants. They all have about the same like credentials and skills, and maybe they each have a little something in their portfolio. But only one of them sent a cover letter and kind of had maybe 2 sentences about like, oh well, I found out that your company really has an emphasis on like humanitarian efforts outside of the company, and that is really important to me because I love working at the food bank or something like on my weekends. Then that shows, one, you cared enough to actually do research on the company, which I feel like a lot of people might not do because they're just like, please hire me.
Money, please.
Yes. But out of those 3, that guy who's like, or person, no, who cares? Person who like said the cover letter and was like, oh, I actually really connected because of you as a whole, not just you as this position that you want to be filled. And then that kind of is like, oh, like they're already thinking about workplace culture, and they're already thinking about like what does it mean to be a part of that company, because when you work for a company, you are basically like a spokesman on behalf of that company. You are a reflection,
you
right? So
represent them.
anytime you meet someone and you say, I work for X company, like that could be their first interpretation of, oh, what is X company? What do they do? And then, and then that's also kind of like make sure that you are a little bit professional and when you're talking about your work, because you don't want to be like, I don't know, have someone call in and be like, oh, well, last Saturday at the bar, this guy was an asshole and he's talking about your company, like in today's age. No. But just kind of keep that in mind that like it's both, right? It's almost like you're kind of like finding a family. Like, I don't know.
I'm taking it back to the dating profile aspect of it.
Well, yeah, but I feel like it's not just you and one person. It's like you and like 5 people or 10 people or 30 people because of how big your teams or something.
I'm into that.
But like
I'm joking.
You'd have a relationship with
Yeah.
I don't know. We are both trying to show you guys metaphors to like make this kind of seep in a way that you can understand.
Cover letters just show that you really care and that you're in it for more than just money. You're in it and you see it as an investment for your life and theirs. And
snaps.
People appreciate that.
Yeah.
And it's tailored to human beings. Like no AI is going to read a fucking cover letter. And if they do,
But if
not
they
gonna
do,
get the point.
and then you say like those key words or whatever, or what you're excited about, it might. Honestly, don't remember how much, like if cover letters went into that, like 75% fact or not, if that was just resumes or whatever. But there was a big kind of conversation of like, do cover letters still matter?
This whole time when I'm thinking about cover letters, I was literally thinking about a physical piece of paper. I wasn't even thinking about something digital. So yeah, it might fall into that.
Yeah.
But then again, I don't know.
Because it's like the thing that goes on top of your resume.
Right, like a physical resume.
Yeah. But nowadays, like, when's the last time
people
you
even mail in resumes?
I don't think so.
Maybe that's gonna make you stand out, dude. You like hire like a fucking Falcon and just drops your resume down, like holy shit.
That would be quite an entry, quite a splash.
But okay.
So, I feel like we're good.
I hope you get the job, kiddo. I really do.
Yeah, and you can do it. And also, don't feel bad if you like have sent out several resumes or whatever and you haven't gone back, because we do know that like that applicant tracking system is kind of flushing them out. So if you've because I had a couple when I in between before I got this job, I sent out like 50 resumes like all the time, and like I maybe heard back from 3 people.
Yeah.
And 2 of them kind of left me on the hook, and by that time I had already like decided that I wanted to work here. So
life's all about rejection. How you deal with it.
Yeah, it's how you navigate. So hopefully this has given you a little sense of resumes. And we can't wait to see you next week when we
Catch
talk
you on
about
the flip side.
interviews. Except we're recording today, so.
Yeah, I was like, damn, I didn't bring another shirt.
I will be in this dress.
Okay, bye.
Bye, guys.